Hello and happy gaming, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and today we've got a run that's very explosion-centric. I don't know why I figured I would do a run that was centered around explosions, but we're gonna give it a try and see how I feel about it. So we're running the Tempo Robe alongside Flame Strike with the Chrono Glove. We're doing Tidal Blast, Exploding Fireball, and then of course Chaotic Rift just for control. So, to elaborate a little bit on... Hi, buddy. Hi. How you doing? So, to elaborate a little bit on my controller trouble, I did just find out that for some reason it just kind of seems to be randomly disconnecting and reconnecting. So I reset the Bluetooth connection, and hopefully that helps. Chilling Dungeons for 10 gems. It's about the most difficult place I can start at, so we'll start there and hope that it gets easier from there. Okay, so we've got one difficult one, one and one easy one. You know what? I can live with that. So for what it's worth, I am using the same controller, but that's really only because when I went out shopping yesterday for a new controller, I couldn't friggin' find one. And maybe I'm just an idiot, but yeah, I had a hard time finding any of the decently rated controllers. Like even just a wireless Xbox One controller, I was having a hard time finding. So I need to step out a little bit later today to. Whoa! No, you don't. I need to step out a little bit later today to do some grocery shopping. Maybe at the same time I'll try hitting a GameStop as much as, I love shopping at GameStop. Actually, I don't have a huge problem shopping at GameStop. I have a problem with the higher-ups' business ethics, but, I mean, that doesn't exactly filter down to all of their employees. So maybe I'll swing through there and see if they've got anything. And there's a part of me that wants to get the Microsoft Series 2 Elite Xbox controller, because everyone has said the same thing. Oh my god, that controller is beast. And I believe them, but I'm not sure I want to spend $180 on a controller. And don't get me wrong, I have no issue spending money on something. It's just right now, just due to the situation as it stands, my funds are limited. And yes, I probably will go back for Bouncing Surge. It's not necessarily an explosion, but I'm not necessarily doing a theme run either. And as far as the Bluetooth connectivity is concerned, I haven't ruled out the idea that it may very well just be the wireless Bluetooth connection that I'm using. But it's not necessarily extremely old either, and it's been working up until recently, which is what's making me think it's the controller and not necessarily the entirety of the Bluetooth connection. But everything is working right now, so hey, I'm not going to complain too loudly. Not until there's a reason to. Right now, we're just going to make things go boom, and just have a good time laughing about it. There we go. Okay, well, there's a good way to just cut down my health. I don't have a use for Rudra's Pinwheel. Why are you giving me that? I don't have any wind explosions. So, there you go. That's basically my plan as far as the controller is concerned. It's working okay right now. but I'm not 100% sure I want to continue to run it by chance. It might just be a good idea just to drop a little bit of money and get a controller that I know will function properly. I will take that. Well, Dark Sage, you should also get the Vampire's Eyeglasses. I don't really want the V word. Actually, I lie. I want that very much, but what I mean is the Vampire's Eyeglasses. I can get by just fine without the Vampire's Eyeglasses. Oh, I'm dumb. Now let's go grab this health orb. Let's make sure we're not missing anything. Cool, let's go. But what about that dash arcana? Fuck it. Today's drink of choice is Sierra Mist Zero Sugar. I'm happy that it's back in stock after a while of being out of production. Ha, suckers. Now, I kind of wish that there was a little bit more in the way of Diet Cherry Colas on the market right now. But I assume that there's a reason why those are in limited production. And I get the feeling it is due to limited production of nothing. What's the word I'm looking for? Sorry, I never professed to be a smart man. Oh, I'm barely a sane man. You expect me to know what I'm talking about? It's not non-dairy sweeteners. I think it's... Wait, alternative sweeteners, I think is the best way to put it. I know that there's a specific term for it, but I can't think of what the term is right now. Basically, it's sweetener without being sugar. We'll just call it exactly what it is. Owie. You jerk. You deserve that. So that, to me, seems to be the kind of leading reason why I'm not seeing a lot of Cherry Cola in shops right now. I might want Kasim's Airy Cloak, but I will come back for that. Besides, I need to know what's in Iris's shop. If I can get the upgrade to Title Blast, I would be a happy boy. Alternatively, if the upgrade to Title Blast is in the shop, what I can do with that is actually... Let's not be silly here. What I can do is actually give... See, because I had it before Bouncing Surge, I can give the unupgraded version to Nocturne, and then go buy the upgraded version. That would essentially guarantee that I have a decent suite of Arcana to use. At least hopefully guarantee it. He might just offer me nothing but pure garbage. And yes, we do have the upgraded Title Surge, so, or not Title Surge, but you get the idea. So I'm gonna go quick talk to Nocturne. I'll give him... Oh, we're on the wrong way again. We don't need to go every which way but loose. We're just gonna go any which way you can. Oh my god, he made a joke about orangutan movies. Hey, you were supposed to take Title Blast, because I had that first. Oh, you jerk. Okay, so the game just cheated me a little bit. But I'm not going to turn down Knockout Boulder, which is essentially going to be our Explosion of Earth. I just need to hope that we can get another bouncing one. And yes, we can afford to get Kasim's Airy Cloak, which now gives us a little bit of a defensive out. Now what we really need is more of an offensive out. And by offensive out, I mean just being able to do more damage. Put it on the... I pressed the wrong button. What was I thinking? Alright, well, you know, because I keep wanting to press R for the rock, I'll move it over to R. R for rock. I know, I'm so creative, aren't I? Yeah, but you didn't think of that. R stands for rock? I thought it stood for... I thought it stood for Neo-Tokyo. Alright, so I'm a little sad that I had to give up Bouncing Surge, but with any luck we'll find either it or Deferred Dynamo. Or Bouncing Bubble would be good. Basically anything that's going to help me control the null flash agents later on, that's kind of what I'm interested in. Alright, come on. Snowflake attack, let's go! Snowflake attack, sounds like modern political assessment. Yeah, I know I'm being a little harsh right now, but oh well. And there we go, fight over. And no, I don't want to replace my dash, but thank you. So while I'm just sitting here, just thinking and just letting my brain wander, I did have a... Yep, I just broke that puzzle's heart. Too bad. But I've just recently finished a run of Neon Abyss. I just unlocked James, who has the ability to carry 2 weapons, and he can switch between them with the cunning use of the R button. So I wanted to test him out, and while I was doing that, I got to thinking, as much as I like this game, there seems to be a lack of variety in the regular bosses. And it's not such a lack of variety that it just makes me sad or anything. But it's enough of a lack of variety that I'm thinking, okay, well, there's got to be some interesting ideas that they have for regular bosses that they haven't used. And wow. Come on, Iris. Permafrost Bulwark. More like Permafrost Dumbwark. Yeah! I'll see myself out. But... So, it got me to thinking, a lot of the regular bosses in the game are known as gods, and they're gods of very simple concepts, like the god of fast food, or god of mobile videos, which of course they're going to label as TikTok, because I'm pretty sure it was Chinese developers. Either Chinese or Taiwanese, but I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't tell the difference just outwardly. Maybe someone else knows, but... Boom! There we go. Alright, looking pretty good so far. But it got me to thinking there have got to be some other concepts that they haven't used for simple bosses in that game. And I don't want to go with things with like abstracts, like, because that's what they've already done, such as Ares, who's of course in classical mythology and literature the god of war. In this game, he's called the god of violence. So it's very easy to tell that Titancore is full of false gods because they're not called by their normal titles. It's not the god of war you see, it's the god of violence. Oh, okay, so he's just the god of bringing physical harm, not the god of war you see. And Athena isn't the goddess of wisdom or art, she's the goddess of illusion. Oh, she's what happens when you lack wisdom. Or when you have too much of it, you just see through everything. And you can interpret that as having wisdom or cynicism. Either one works for me, I think. I think maybe the general public needs to be a bit more jaded and cynical, but that's, that's just my view. Hold on, I can hop over here, grab that real quick, and then hop back. So maybe if you were gonna take that route and add like a new final boss or like a new like false god, so to speak, maybe. Okay, I don't need gummy vitamins. That's reducing cooldowns by half on arcana. It's not. Increase fire damage. Okay, well I have a bunch of fire, so we'll take that. And as much as I want to take Vesa, I also want to make sure that I have a cheap arcana that I can give Dr. Saul. Like that one. With any luck, I'll get either critical placebos or Elixir of Might from her. Or Renewing Potion Vial. Honestly, that's good too. It's just I'm a little heavy on defense. I could use an offensive push right now. Oops. I screwed up. See, with good timing, you can use Tidal Blast as a shield to get yourself through an attack so you can land a blow. There we go. So, as I was saying, if there were to be like another god of an abstract concept, I mean, maybe you could take like the god of the forge, Hephaestus, and just as a fun aside, you can turn him into like the god of tools or something. Just something that makes him close to the original source concept while being quote-unquote legally distinct. And no, there's no copyright issue, so to speak. It's just that that's how the false gods feel. I think I will take the Token of Doom. It just seems like a good idea to be able to get stuff from Nox. Just guaranteed for the next few levels. And yeah, it's a bit of a pain to not be able to get the tailor to show up. But do I really need civil services right now? Things seem to be going well enough. Save for me not paying attention to my cooldowns. Or, not dodging the fireballs. But that's not necessarily what I'm talking about. I don't know. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but... eh. Go away. Nice. Oh, I see the tortoise shell there, but I don't want to lower my attack. Oh, I thought it was going to be... I was going to call him Donkey. God, I haven't even watched Shrek recently. I'm like, Donkey! Alright, so what here makes it? Everything here is like a wide-ranging slash, so to speak. I think the one that makes the most sense is Spark Array. I suppose I'll take Frost Fan just because it's going to be more effective against Zeal. The others I'm just going to leave, but that's another thing I really like about Wizard of Legends' latest version is those little like themed presents that they like to drop on you. I love them. Yay! I'm an idiot! So, what sorts of ideas for other mine... Oh, okay, speaking of Seville. Make me shine! Yay! Better run speed, faster cooldowns. What other basic concept bosses can we think of? Well, one that I just came up with is we already have one boss in the game that's like a boss of a childish concept, like the god of plushies. So why not have, like, say, a god of candy? Doesn't that seem like it would make good sense? Something that has, like, a wide-ranging, like, cotton candy attack, or, like, they throw... I don't know if there's anything here I really want, but I think that's going to depend on what's in Iris's shop. Or maybe they have an attack where they drop, like, jawbreakers as if they were caltrops or something. I don't know. That's just one idea I had. When I was talking to my roommate before he had to go to work, one idea he had was, like, a god of taxation who may do, like, a little bit less damage than normal when he hits you, but every time he hits you, he steals some of your money because, I mean, what is taxation if not theft? And again, I'm not trying to be political, it's just kind of where my head is at the moment, so I apologize. That having been said, I dutifully pay my taxes. Oh, I can't afford both. So I'll take that one. See, what other interesting, just general concepts was I able to come up with? Because I had a few before I started recording, but those were two of the best ones. Ones that I'd be willing to share on the official Neon Abyss Discord, just to see what people thought of them. Could potentially do a god of magic, but I don't know. But actually, if they did that, it would have to be like not a god of like actual like sorcery, but a god of like card tricks and just being like, ha ha! I will now guess your card, you know. Essentially a god of prestidigitation. You know, I bought Frost Fan specifically for the Zeal fight and then didn't even put it on, so smooth meat. Owie! Oh yeah, it did way more damage than I would have liked. And again, it shouldn't have done damage at all, I'm just a dumbass who didn't dodge it. Go on! Why didn't you dodge? Actually, I didn't buy Frost Fan, it was just kind of there. Oh yeah, one of the other ideas that we came up with was essentially for like another like special one. It would be like the god of festivals, which, you know, my roommate likened to Dionysus, which I suppose that's pretty similar to what... It's pretty similar to the same concept, so it's not quite what I had in mind. That having been said, it's still not a bad idea. I'm just not 100% sure if it's one that I would share. Mostly because I'm not necessarily trying to get them to create another final boss. But here's a thought. In old Greek and Roman mythology, Zeus/Jupiter was the king of the gods, so why is that not the case in Neon Abyss? Why is the final boss Athena and not Zeus or Jupiter? Maybe once again that's to pay mind to the idea that these are not real gods but false gods. There we go. Get out of my face. At least that's one way of looking at it. The other bit more cynical way of looking at it is, they're Chinese/Taiwanese developers. They probably don't know their Greek mythology very well. Okay, I'm tired of those. You get bent, fuckface. I may want Mercenary's Dagger, but that's going to depend on whether or not I have enough money after spending it on things. So let's wait on that, because it's possible I may need to save my dough. Well, I'm not spending it here, I'll tell you that much. But Mercenary's Dagger would be a nice damage up, and yeah, I could definitely use it. And yes, I do see that blank spot over there to the left, but I want to finish exploring over here, because I haven't found Iris yet. Or is it Anders I haven't found? I don't know, my brain works in odd ways. Movement speed! You can never have enough. Just like rings, you can never have enough rings. Did you just reference Sonic Boom? I think you just referenced Sonic Boom. Why would you do that? There's a small part of me that for some reason remembers awful things. I'm not talking about the cartoon, which was apparently actually pretty decent. I'm, of course, talking about the Wii U game that made all of us fear for the future. Which then later came true with Sonic Forces and proved that, as far as Sonic the Hedgehog is concerned, there is no god. Well, what about the movie? I mean, yeah, the movie is good, don't get me wrong, but Has anything good video game-wise come out in a while? Aside from Sonic Mania? Which, by the way, is much... Oh, here we go again. Okay, so I have several questions. Why did my controller just do that? We were doing well. Don't you care about me? Don't you care about us? About our future? About where we're going? Yeah, I am gonna take Mercenary's Dagger, by the way. Now I forgot what I was talking about because my controller just made me mad again. Here's the thing, for those of you in the market for a good retro controller, I still recommend the 8-bit Do SN Pro, but maybe check all of your relevant... Maybe check all of your relevant drivers and hardware, make sure that everything is good to go for it. Because I get the feeling that's the problem I'm having, is that either I need to upgrade my drivers, which I should probably check on after I'm done with this recording, or I need to... Like, I don't know what exactly I need to do. Because, as said, at the moment, I'm a little unsure if the problem is the controller, or if it's the wireless card that I'm using. It could very well be the wireless card, and if that's the case, I either need a new wireless card, or I need to get one of those dongles that they sell that allow you to connect things via Bluetooth to your computer. Oh, smart. That wasn't the controller, that was me. So I might... So I think the first thing I'm going to do, as I've already said, is I'm going to see if there are drivers for this card that need to be updated, because that would just be the easy solution. I would appreciate an easy solution. If it's not an easy solution, then what I need to do is hit that fucker with a rock. But then beyond that, what I need to do is I need to then continue I need to then test if it's the wireless card or if it's the controller. And the best way to do that at the moment is to purchase another wireless controller and see if it has similar issues to what I already have, or if it works much better. If it works better, then yeah, there's something up with this controller. But if that's not the case, then it's the wireless card. It's all very complicated, but those of you who are knowledgeable about troubleshooting, you know what I'm talking about. Explosion! And I'm gonna say no. Probably not even gonna use Frost Fan for the upcoming fight, honestly. Which means I picked it up for one intended purpose and then didn't even bother. So, you know, smooth move on my behalf, right? Let's see, you have anything good for me? No, I wasn't talking to you, Cecil. I'm pretty sure you have nothing that can affect my Wizard of Legend game. Not to be rude, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't need any of that. Yeah, he has like no cooldown. Eh. It's a relic, I'll take it. And give me this healing potion. I don't know, on the whole, I have no problem with Neon Abyss. It's going to be interesting to see what sorts of stuff they come up with for future updates. Yay, I missed! I probably should have waited on the exploding fireball. There we go. Perfect. With a few strained misses, but I'm still kind of chalking that up to controller problems. Alright, so let's go ahead and change that out. Because now what I can do is I can stun with that, and then throw that out there for a little bit more of an advanced solution to my problems. There we go. Hey, controller, why did you aim me down and to the left? I kind of wasn't trying to go that direction. It's almost like the controller's like, yeah, I don't care. There we go. Alright, looking good. Man, let's see, how would Captain's Ring affect things right now? And is it worth it to spend a bunch of money while I have... Yeah, I think I'm just going to hold off. I have Mercenary's Dagger, I should probably just let that go. As you can see, Spark Array is kind of helping me control the Null Flash agents. There we go. Beautiful. You won't catch me alive, Copper! I'm not the police. You are to me. Makes you a very strange and sad individual. Maybe, but I'm still gonna win. Man, see? Worth it. Also, I just thought of something. He is not going to be easily affected by Spark Array. I know the whole reason why I have it on is to help control the Null Flash agents, but what? Stupid Null Flash agent. Get out of here. Oh, and he summons more. Okay, screw you. That's what you get. God of taxation. I mean, yeah, that's a pretty basic modern concept that could be turned into a boss, and I think it's interesting. If not a little bit douchebaggy. And who knows what his attack pattern would be. You know what it would be like? It would be like the boss in Bloodstained that attacks with money. Veilfor, I think is his name. Oh, hey, you know what? That is the name I was looking for when I fought the boss in Curse of the Moon, Veilfor. Also the name of Yuna's first summon in Final Fantasy X. Hey, there you go. As long as we're talking about abstract gods and whatnot. Hey, maybe they can use that in some capacity. But anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. This was a much more interesting and, well, I don't know about interesting, but it was a much more fun run for me, getting to focus on things that explode. It would be nice if there were a, pardon me, if there were a relic that increased damage of explosive arcana, but then there comes the question of what counts as an explosive arcana. Is it really worth the trouble of coding a whole new relic just for that? And here's a whole rabbit hole to go down that I'm not going to bother with, but there you go. So thank you very much for listening to me ramble. This was a lot of fun, and I hope you guys are enjoying. Hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment, do all that stuff to help a brother raise up in the algorithm. And I will be back with some more stuff very soon. You guys take care of yourselves. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you.